Good afternoon and welcome back to ANU Open Day 2023. Thank you for joining us for our next session and welcome also to our online viewers. My name is Leah and I'm a second year undergraduate student at ANU and I'm really excited to be your MC for today. The next session here is titled Business and Economics, Brilliant Careers Start Here. Today we'll be joined by the wonderful Dr. Dana Hanna, the Associate Dean of Education from the College of Business and Economics. Please join me in making her feel welcome.
Good afternoon and welcome to ANU Open Day. I hope you've been out and about and enjoying all the exciting sights that are out there. It's so nice to see so many people and colours and lots of information. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ANU, but a lot more in particular about the College of Business and Economics and why you should come here and study with us. So ANU, here we go, is Australia's #1 university and we're ranked 30th in the world as well. It is a quality place to come and study your education. In particular, ANU is really focused on what we call research-led education. And what that means is that the academics who are on the forefront, the cutting edge of their particular field, they are the ones who are teaching in the classrooms and they're bringing their own research right on into the classrooms. So at ANU, you get to interact with top academics in their field and most importantly, you get to talk about, to learn about the things that are current, all of the different topics, events and thoughts that are right on the forefront. We're bringing those right on into the classroom for you to be able to engage with. Not only do our lecturers have great standing, and we have a number of Nobel laureates and Nobel Prize winners within our staff at ANU, but because of the prestige of our university, we're also able to bring in additional Nobel Prize winners and other academics who come into our university to give presentations, to give talks, and again, that enables you an opportunity to really deal with people who are at the cutting edge and the forefront of the research. But as I said, I'm here mainly to talk to you about the College of Business and Economics. So at the CBE, our aim is to prepare students and to educate students so that they can go out into the world and to make a difference, to have a transformative impact. We're not here just to feed you a little bit of knowledge about economics or a little bit of knowledge about marketing, but we really want to set you up to be successful and to be transformative leaders. And because of the strength of our reputation within Australia and internationally as well, you get to mingle with the top of your peers. We bring in a lot of international students as well as students from across Australia and New Zealand. So you're interacting with high quality academics and you're interacting with some really awesome peers as well within the College of Business and Economics. Now, as a college, I know if you've been out and about and seen a little bit of the displays that we have over in the Canberra Centre, it might look a little bit confusing. So a college is sort of a governing body that sits over a group of schools that have something in common. So the College of Business and Economics, we have 4 schools that are something to do with the business and economics world. So we have the Research School of Accounting, the Research School of Economics, the Research School of Finance, Actuarial Studies and Statistics, and the Research School of Management. So while I am the Associate Dean of Education for our college, I have come from the Research School of Economics, so I can tell you all about that program in particular. But I won't. We'll leave that for later. So as with ANU in general, at CBE, our academics are at the top of their field. You get to interact, you get to study, and you get to collaborate with them and with international students and with international institutions. So we have some sharing opportunities happening as well. The education that you get in the classroom draws on this experience, it draws on their current research, and gives you a very different experience within the classroom. We get to work on current events, current big or what sometimes get called wicked problems, and we do that both within our schools and we can also do some transdisciplinary work across the schools as well. But at the CBE, we're interested not just in making sure that you're a really good economist or you're a really good financial manager, but we are also about preparing you for your future jobs. So we bring in practical applications into the classroom, and we have a lot of work-integrated learning opportunities that give you skills to step out of the classroom and straight into a job. They're the type of skills that make you more competitive than the average student as well. And of course, we have things like exchange opportunities with other institutions around the world as well. So this slide that I've got up here shows the 9 undergraduate programs that we have available in the CBE. So this is the education side. All of these programs that are listed here, Bachelor of Accounting, Bachelor of Actuarial Studies, these are what we call our single degrees. And you can see that except for the Bachelor of Finance, Economics and Statistics, these are all 3-year degrees when they're taken on their own. Okay. So a few things to note about that choice there is the duration, so 3 years is a normal degree. The Bachelor of Finance, Economics and Statistics is an elite degree. It's a little bit different and special. It's a 4-year degree because we embed in a 4th year honours. So with our other single degrees, doing a 4th year honours is an option. Within the BPhES, it's its nickname, it's already built into the program. So it's a little bit different. Each of these programs have what we call a beginning, a start of year and a mid-year entry. So you can come into these programs in the February when our university starts in semester 1, or you can come in July, accepting, again, our BPhES and also the Bachelor of International Business. And of course, the other thing to remember is that we do have a math prerequisite within the business and economics world. If you're doing your schooling in the ACT, I can tell you it's math methods. I'm sorry, I don't understand the New South Wales system often enough to be able to tell you what level of maths it is. We can find out though. So it's usually that maths methods is our assumed math knowledge, except for the Bachelor of Actuarial Statistics and again, the BPhES, which require the specialist maths, the slightly more advanced mathematics subjects. So all of the information, there's lots of nitty-gritties, but these are really the only prerequisites other than our ATAR for our courses. And you can find out more information on the link there, that study the undergraduate programs, or also a website that you might come across is Programs and Courses, which has a little bit or a lot more information. Can be a little bit more difficult to navigate though. But all of the information about our prerequisites, study options and study plans are within that website as well. Now, some of our programs also are accredited by bodies because of the nature of what we study and what we do. So Actuarial Studies and Statistics, their programs are accredited by the Actuaries Institute, and that has another layer over the studies that you do. Accounting has its number of bodies that recognise the program, including the CPA and the ACCA. Business Information Systems accredit the major of Business Information Systems within the Bachelor of Commerce, both the major and the minor. And of course, the CFA Institute also accredit our finance degree as well. So you are recognised within the institutions, within the industry, when you study here at ANU. So everything that I've kind of touched on at the moment has been about studying a single degree. ANU has something quite unique, which is what we call a flexible double degree. And what that means at ANU is that you can study 2 different degrees at the same time with just a little bit more time invested at the university. So for most of our double degrees, if you wanted to do, for example, a Bachelor of Commerce alongside a Bachelor of Arts, maybe looking at international relations, then instead of doing 2 separate 3-year degrees, you would end up doing a combined degree, or flexible double, and it would take you 4 years to do that degree instead. So you can do this with any of our degrees within the College of Business and Economics, and then the arts and social science degrees, the business degrees, and anything within the College of Science as well. If you wanted to combine one of our CBE degrees with law, you can also do this, but it is a 5-year program because of the nature of law. And you could also study the CBE degrees alongside some of the engineering and computer science degrees, but with the engineering and advanced computing, again, it's a 5-year degree because of the nature of the engineering and the computer science degree. What you end up doing is when you study a single degree, there are a certain number of subjects that you do that's discipline specific. But we also give you some room within a 3-year degree to be able to choose electives, different things that you're interested in. When you do a flexible double, we take away that ability to study a lot of electives and instead add a whole second degree in there. So that's why you can do 2, but in a shorter space of time. Flexible double degrees are great for being able to do transdisciplinary work. If I did 2 degrees back in the day when it was a little bit harder to do 2 degrees. I love economics, I'm passionate about it, but I'm also a bit of a history buff. So I did history as well, and I had a bit of fun while I was also studying. So it's a great way to just open up some options and to have a little bit of extra fun. So we've got a slide here that gives you some indication of what it looks like. The top picture there is if you do one of the 4-year doubles, so something, for example, if you were to do an arts and a science degree, you don't do all science and all commerce in 1 year. Every year, every semester, you do a couple of subjects from both of your degrees. And then obviously the 5-year degree, there's an example here of, we've got our commerce lined up with an engineering program, and you can see again, you're always doing a little bit of both, and they're intermingled across your 5 years. We have lots of people within our CBE Student Services team who can chat to you about how to best lay out your program. Coming from the teaching background, I always highly encourage our students to have a plan in mind when you come into uni about the degrees that you want to do, but also the courses that you want to take each semester. Absolutely change, you can always change things and be flexible, but always have a plan. Now, that's the education side of things. We've got some extras here at ANU, some things that are a little bit different that ANU offers that not other universities offer, and I'll just touch on a few. So one of them that's offered through the Research School of Accounting, so if you're coming in to do an accounting degree, is the ANU Tax Clinic. So this is the only program of its kind where it's student-led and it enables us to engage with the community and to offer advice on tax returns. So you're not doing somebody's tax return, but you're there offering advice, navigating through the ATO website and being able to interact with the community. So we take students usually in their 2nd or 3rd year in the Bachelor of Accounting. You can either volunteer to work at the tax clinic or you can do it as part of our internship program, which I'll talk about in a second as well. If you're particularly interested in marketing and management, we have an international business plan competition course. And this course has every student within the course works within a team, so there are a number of teams, and you basically work as a consultant for our Australian small and medium-sized enterprises. So you come up with the plan, you work, the enterprise becomes the client for your team, and you come up with the plan for marketing and working with them. And it's a bit of a competition. Every group, every team presents at the end of the semester and the business or enterprise chooses the topic that they like best. So again, you're getting that chance within your degree to actually act like a consultant within this particular course. Because it's within a course, it's well guided by the convener, and so it's much more structured than being thrown out in the workforce and say, go for it. So it's a nice little introduction. If you're doing something within our finance school, actuarial studies and statistics, we have the ANU Student Managed Fund. So this is relatively new, has been going for about 5 or 6 years. And this is the opportunity over 2 semesters to basically work as if you were a funds manager. So again, it's a competitive process to get into the Student Managed Fund. You are managing actual real dollars, making investment choices, and again, all the students work as different members of different teams to work as an entire company or fund and invest the money. The money that's made throughout this course goes to fund scholarships for our equity students as well. So it's for a great cause. This is a super amazing program. As I said, it's a competitive entry, but the opportunities that you get within the Student Managed Fund are above anything else that you'll get to also do. So we've talked a little bit about the education, so the programs that are on offer here about the CBE, a little bit about some of the different aspects, some of the different things that you can do. The third thing, so that's sort of like the real life that we bring into the classroom, it's just a taste of it, it's not all of it. But the third aspect of our programs, as we said, is being about employability skills. So how do we bring in this work-integrated learning into the classroom? And it can be done through case studies, through something like this competition that we were talking about. But we also have a lot of other opportunities for our students. So We have been doing a lot of work on this as a college for the past decade, and it means that the students who come and graduate out of the CBE are at the forefront of their peers across Australia. We have one of the highest rates of employment after 3 months within the industry, and one of the highest average salaries as well. So how do we do this? The college has a careers and employability team, and this team works with our students to do all aspects of helping you to be employable and getting ready to launch into the workforce. So we have career planning. They sit down with you, you're doing an economics degree. Do you know what kind of jobs you can have when you finish? Well, we've got all of these jobs that we know you can get. These are the different partners that sometimes come into ANU and will do a half day or a whole day session and allow you to come and chat to them. They provide workshops. They also help you put up your resume, a LinkedIn profile. They run mock interviews and help you with different strategies for job applications as well. As well as working individually with students in each of those avenues, we also have job fairs. So bigger picture things that we put on for all students. So we have our job fairs, we have these industry-led workshops as well, and a bunch of different alumni engagements. And as we can see there, we've also got a number of extra workshops that we, as well as running one-on-one sessions, we can run larger workshops for our students as well. The next major thing that is somewhat unique within the College of Business and Economics is our internship program. So in one semester or potentially 2 semesters, instead of doing a course, you can do an internship. So every course at ANU is around, we assume, 120 to 130 hours worth of study. If you do an internship, you spend that 120 hours in a workplace instead. And there's a few reports that are attached to it as well. So it gives you the opportunity as a student to, again, have that experience of working in a real workplace. So students have worked in ACT level, so state level, territory level governments, they've worked in federal government departments, and they've worked in many of the private sectors, or private industries and companies that we have around the ACT as well. So you can see here we place a lot of students every year within these internships. It's available to both undergraduate and postgraduate students. There is a bit of a dip in numbers you can see in 2020 with COVID, as you can imagine. But we have a huge number of host organisations across Canberra that offer internships for our students. And it's just having mentored many of the students who have gone through this in the past, it is an amazing opportunity. Our students do very well. It is, again, a competitive process to get into the internship, but it's something amazing that you can put on your CV when you leave. And I know many students have ended up with job offers from that particular company as they've finished up as well. But that's not all. It's like a but wait ad. We also have something a little bit different to an internship project, which is the Special Industry Project. This is, again, a work integrated learning opportunity, much more set up like a consulting company. So I talked earlier about a particular course that you can do. This is something sort of the next step up from that. So it's a little bit less scaffolded in some ways, but it's the Special Industry Project. And the unique thing about the Special Industry Project, it is that it's not the teams that work as the consulting team are not just made up of CBE students, but here we open up this particular project to students across the ANU campus. So at the moment this semester we have teams working with the National Museum in redesigning their whole systems for air conditioning and ventilation, and so we have engineering students, we have our business students, and we have students from the sciences as well, all working together as a team to develop this massive multi-million-dollar project that they have put in students' hands. So some really exciting opportunities to work, this time much more cross-disciplinary with teams, again, as a consultant for a firm. So those are some of the courses that we have, but they're not really courses at the university, they're instead courses that sort of launch you into the workplace in a soft way. In addition to this, we have a program called Momentum. Momentum is focusing, rather than on some of the, what I'd call the hard skills or the knowledge skills, Momentum helps you with some of those, I'll call them as an introvert, scary skills. How do we network? How do we sell ourselves? And so in Momentum, each individual student is paired up with a mentor from the industry. So we have qualified mentors, they are sometimes alumni as well, and they help you to focus on some of those soft skills, to give you advice on what it's like when you go into the workforce, what kind of skills they're looking for, what are the extra things that you could do, how do you personally market yourself, how do you have a good firm handshake pre-COVID when we were going into the workforce. So a lot of these little things. It runs over a semester and again is invaluable in setting you up to have the confidence to step right on into the workforce. So I think I've covered off, for the most part, on our education side, the extra opportunities that we offer that allow you to be more focused on real-world applications, and also the things that we can provide to help you increase on your employability. But ANU, the CBE, is not all about hard work. We like to have a bit of fun too. So ANU has a large number of clubs and societies and events that we run that don't just happen within the classroom, but is about creating community. It's about creating a place for you so that you feel at home within our university. We have ANU, we have the College of Business and Economics, and you have your individual school and your program. And it's important that you get to know who's within your program. It's important that you feel comfortable and that this campus becomes your home. That you've got lots of things to do, that you have networks outside your program and your degree and your friend structure. And if you're really into running, there's a running club. If you're really into doing chess, there's a chess club. And you get to meet all types of students from across the campus to be able to make those connections and to make those community bonds. What we haven't talked about and what is here at ANU, and as a parent, this is something that I worry about too. We have lots of different supports, as well as all the fun things with our clubs and societies. We have a lot of wellbeing, we have the counselling centres as well. We have a lot of touch points where as a student, I still remember coming from high school into university, it's different and it can be a little bit scary and you can very much feel like the small fish in a suddenly very big ocean. It's not just a pond anymore, it's an ocean. So we have lots of different aspects within our university that have those touch points where you can go straight away and talk to someone, where we've got different workshops and groups set up so that you can talk about what's happening, get support, get to know other people who are in the same position as you are, and again, make those connections. Because learning is relational, and we're here not just to give you that knowledge, but to develop that relationship with you and to help you develop that relationship with each other as well. To make sure that you're well cared for and well known. Because it's not an easy time in life, but we're here with you to make sure that this is an amazing time of your life, that you will look back on in 10, 20, 30 years' time and go, wow, that was heaps of fun. I'm really glad I had that experience there at ANU. So finally, to finish up, I do have here the dates. So obviously the ASA, if you're in Year 12 or potentially in Year 11 and looking to apply into the university, the application round is currently open for 2024 positions and will close on the 15th of May. So while it closes, there are some different deadlines there about when final documentation needs to be provided and when early offers and acceptances need to be made. The timelines are slightly different for domestic and international students depending on where you're coming from as well. But otherwise, that's all I have. We've got the QR code there that you can scan. It takes you to the links for everything that you need to know within the College of Business and Economics. But I hope you found that informative, lots of useful. All of our contact details and social media plugs are there. All the information that we have is there. If you still have any questions, we're right there, just an email away. You can contact and we will get back to you and answer you in any way that we can. But otherwise, enjoy your day at ANU and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Dana. That was a really thorough insight into what the College of Business and Economics is all about. If you have any more questions, like Dana said, feel free to reach out. Tours of colleges are also open all day today. There's a walking tours leaving from University Avenue. Next up in Manning Clark, we have Why Study Science at ANU at 1:20. Hope to see you there.